Okay, so here's my review and basic just walkthrough of the EAG tire carrier for XJs on Amazon. The reason why I bought this tire carrier over the other ones is price. It was way cheaper than some of the other tire carriers, and it seemed like it was pretty decent for the price. This cost me, I think, a little over $600, including shipping. I got it straight from the Amazon website after a lot of just back and forth going through different sort of tire carrier options on the internet and reading reviews and all that sort of stuff. So the biggest thing that I was concerned about with this, well, first I'll start off with this. So it comes in two giant boxes. It comes in this one, and it comes in this one right here. The boxes came in pretty fine condition. I'm used to getting boxes pretty beaten up and stuff, and I worked in a warehouse before, and I sort of know how it is to have to move one of these suckers around and actually put it on a truck. So I'm usually pretty lenient about the state of my boxes, but these ones came in really good condition, and they shipped free shipping through Amazon, which was another point that I really liked about buying it from Amazon. The other places I had to pay a huge ground shipping fee, and I just didn't like the thought of that. And then it'd probably still come in pretty horrible condition. But I was surprised with this, the condition of the boxes, especially that giant one. That thing was so heavy. And by the way, I put this whole bumper on by myself. When I took it out of its packaging, I positioned it, I bolted it on all by myself. It was, it would have been a lot easier with someone helping, but it was doable by myself. What I did was I balanced the actual bumper on this 5-gallon bucket, and then I had just some boards. Once I had leveled it up, I just put boards underneath, a couple 2x4s, and it was like the perfect sort of, it kept it stable while I could bolt it on. So I did this it took me a couple hours to actually get the bumper on, and then I've been out here for half an hour just putting that thing on and making sure all my bolts are tight and stuff. So it comes with D-rings. Another thing I really liked about this one is I didn't need to buy separate D-rings. It comes with a hitch. The only thing that I've seen bad reviews about is the fact that it doesn't tie into the unibody. So what I'm going to do to fix that problem is I need a bumper for this car, so I just put it on. Installation was so easy that I was like, I can take it apart and put a unibody tie-in bracket when I get it. And I bought one from Dirtbound Off-Road, and I'll put a link in the description. But basically, once that comes in, I'll tie it to the unibody, and that'll make it so much stronger. Right now, in the meantime, I'm not going to use it for any sort of recovery, towing, anything like that. Just light wheeling. I have a hunting trip coming up, and I really just need a spare for that trip. So that's why I just decided to put it on, and then when the unibody tie-in bracket comes in eventually, I'll put that on. But it's still in the shop. It hasn't even gotten on the line of production yet, so it's going to be a while for that. Another thing that a lot of people were sort of complaining about, not complaining, just, criticizing, and rightly so, is that a lot of people were having trouble with closing. So it supposedly hits this thing, the license plate light cover or hood. As you can see, mine doesn't do that. I think this is a classic. This is a Jeep Cherokee 1996, and I think the body is classic. I think that's the subtype of this one, because a lot of them I've seen, especially the newer, I think in 97 they started doing this, where they put that plastic sort of fender cover right here. Mine doesn't have that. It never has had that. I Raptor linered it. And mine also doesn't have the big clunky license plate cover. It also doesn't hit the windshield wiper, which is a lot of what people were saying on the internet, especially the reviews on Amazon. There's even a video online of someone's trick to put washers, and I actually had these ready just in case I needed to put them if it bumped it. I'm so glad I didn't put these on. First of all, if I did put these on, I would need to buy bigger bolts, because these are just not long enough to have that sort of length and still have these nuts attaching. So I'd have to buy bigger bolts than the one that come with it. So it's so glad that I didn't even try to put these on. I was just like, it's so easy to just bolt it on. It's only going to take me a couple hours. If I have to take it apart and put these on so that it fits right there, then I'll do it. But I didn't need these, so I was so glad about that. Next, aesthetically, I don't like this handle. It looks a little, it doesn't seem to go with sort of the boxy, like steel tube sort of shape of the thing. But, I mean, that's just aesthetic, and it works fine. It does take a little bit of oomph for this to sort of pop in, but once it's in, it's not budging at all. These, you can move them around if you want your tire to sit higher or lower. I haven't gotten a spare on it yet. I just haven't gotten to buying a spare yet. I want a full spare. But all these look like they're in pretty good. You know, they're real sturdy. Another thing that I like about this one is in the pictures that I've seen, like the Smitty built one was another one that I was thinking about because it's cheap. And it comes with, like the Smitty built one comes with like a little caddy that you can put like a jerry can in and stuff. I thought about buying that one. The main things that I didn't like about that one was the fact that it was extremely heavy. I've seen a lot of reviews online that said it was very heavy, and looking at the specs on the actual like website, it is really, really heavy. I think this one comes out to like 164 pounds or something. You can see that it moves so smoothly. I really like that. And then there's that. It opens perfectly, doesn't get in the way. I mean, I could see if maybe you're in a crowded parking lot, this might be a little bit cumbersome, you know, if you're loading things up. But I don't take this Jeep grocery shopping. I take this Jeep into the desert and stuff. So I don't think this is going to be an issue for me. But it moves around really nice. Closes with a nice firm push. The welds are a little ugly. I'm not an aficionado on welding. I don't know anything about welding at all, but they do kind of look a little crappy, especially like right there. It's kind of gross looking, but it's okay. Like I said, I don't really care about welding very much. It's just not my thing. So yeah, and let me show you a profile from the side. I mean, look at how low profile this thing is. That's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted it. I'm sacrificing just a tiny bit of actual space to see out my window, and it doesn't stick out like the Smitty built one. The Smitty built one sticks out like so far out, and I hated the look of that. It kind of looked like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, you know, with just a huge shell on the back end. It wasn't suiting to the aesthetic of my Jeep. So yeah, I really like this. I've been interested to see how it sort of performs while I'm going around, and I think that once I put the unibody tie-ins, then it'll be a really rugged, powerful piece of equipment. And right now it's aesthetically pleasing, it's low profile, it was cheap, came fast, easy to install all by myself, and it was really I'm pretty damn happy with it. But that's about it. Again, I said I'm super duper happy with this. It only cost me like $600 and rounding up $50 for a really good piece of equipment with the Dirt Bound off-round brackets. Those were $60 with, like, I can't remember how much was shipping. It was not bad. And then I used a small coupon code, Nexa1, I think it was, that took off like 5% or something. So yeah, I mean, altogether, considering like a Tim Ken one, which is another one I was thinking about, that was like $830 including shipping. I don't know if that one came in with tie-in brackets. And this mini built one was really heavy, bulged out the back end quite a bit, not slim enough for my tastes. And the JCR off-road one was exponentially just so expensive that there's no way I would be able to afford it. So this was a nice, happy sort of surprise, to be honest. I'm so glad I didn't need to use those washers and space it out like that. It fit perfectly. It did exactly what it needed to do. And yeah, and once again, my Jeep is a 1996 Jeep XJ, and I believe the body is a classic build.